Hey everybody, this is Grimcat, and we are here for some Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing the 3.5 edition, and we are in the homebrew world of Toria. Last time, some things happened. A lot of things happened. Mostly because I guess we didn't record last week, did we?
No.
Which is just as well, because there were also some internet issues and whatnot. But it is... you're right, introductions, I forgot. We'll go ahead and start with some of my friends saying hi and introducing themselves. We'll go ahead and start with Okan. Say hi.
Hello. Hi, I'm Okan, the depressed Turk.
And who are you playing?
And I am playing Cinder, the non-depressed but delusional Dragonborn.
Little Sir Lordington. Say
Keeps
hi.
getting better. Hello, I am Sir Lordington, and I play Trium, who I guess kind of goes through life in a much less careful but more successful way than me.
Oof.
Than I do, even.
Yeah.
Emerald. Say hi.
Hi.
Who are you playing?
Heliconia.
What is your overall outlook in life for Heliconia?
For Heliconia, I have literally no fucking clue.
Don't forget about your
Just a-
staff.
Bland, I mean.
My staff is pretty happy.
I literally set up an alarm, like make sure M remembers the staff at the start of every session.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, I totally forgot. When you said it, I didn't think about it.
And last but certainly not least, Nanu. Say hi.
It is I, Nanu, a Predator, who worships the greatest, the best Spice Chain God. He is with us today. He will watch over us. I am sure of it.
Every week it becomes less comprehensible. I'm pretty sure this week Spike Chain God had become like the Spice Chain God.
Yes.
Spice.
Chain.
Spicy.
Sprinkle salt.
It's like a candy rope or something.
Actually, that would be great, like a salted spike chain to salt the wounds of your enemy.
Would be
That's pretty nasty.
So, recap, because it's sort of a bit of a recap. Let's see. Events may be a little bit, here and there, but we wound up getting in contact. Okay, let me start at the top, because we got a job for Squeak. There were two
That was the last week.
carrion beetles or something. We went into the cave. We fought some things. We wound up ending that session right before we were fighting the carrion beetles. As we begin to fight the beetles, we noticed that they were wounded. We went ahead and we killed one, sort of accidentally, maybe not so accidentally, and wound up subduing one. As we were sort of fighting them, we noticed that the cave that we were in was beginning to fill with smoke. There was some sort of door, magical, though, that became a slightly moot point eventually, because what happened was Heliconia tried to cast a spell on it, a ray of fire, I believe, or something along those lines, and she wild surged.
You're welcome.
Instantly
Classic.
destroying the door, and certainly confusing the people on the outside, who, as it turns out, were people working with the masked merchants. They were looking for Squeak, and they had sort of set everything up as a trap to get her to come to the cave out of the city, where they could subdue her and take her to someone whom apparently she owes a fairly decently sized sum of money to, that she has not been paying for some time. Upon finding out that we, the party, was not Squeak, we sort of left on more or less amicable terms. They were not interested in hurting us for no reason, and once the confusion and it became apparent that Squeak was not with us, they left. We took the carrion beetles back to the city, took them to Week, sort of not exactly chastised Squeak for telling her that she needs to pay her money that she owes, but we certainly did get the message across that there was this individual who was out and looking for, certainly for her, for some rough stuff, and there were some consequences to her not paying. The next day, we returned to our sort of newfound inn, and we asked if there were any jobs or anything there at the inn. We paid a small finder's fee of about 25 gold, and we got a name. The name happens to coincide with the person that that Squeak owes money to. And there was a number of gold pieces under the name. That was pretty much it. When we sort of questioned the person who gave it to us, we were met with, "I have no idea what you're talking about. You haven't received a piece of paper from me. I don't understand what any of this is."
He's got short-term memory loss like I do.
Yes, it's such a shame. We wound up traveling back to the masked merchants, and whereupon we spoke with Callie. I don't exactly remember what we asked Callie. I remember we asked her about the contract itself, and we found out that, yes, it was...
That was a side thing.
Yeah, but I don't remember...
I believe Cinder was talking about his ailment and looking for a cure.
Yeah.
Like something about that, changing the curse.
Mm-hmm.
Then we spoke a little bit about, because Helicone decided to like spill the beans about Shriek and her death situation.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that.
I didn't spill the beans. Nithra spilled the beans.
I spilled the beans.
You did spill the beans.
I spilled the assassin contract, and then
No, you also mentioned that like how much money she owed, who did she owe to, all of those things.
I definitely did not say that. Also, you told the dwarf guy all about the information we...
Yeah, and I'm not ashamed of that. I am fully embracing the fact that I did.
Which, as just alluded to, we spoke with the dwarf, who sort of matched the description. Argu Cup, I believe. Krupp. I'm not actually looking at the sheet. He seemed to be certainly upset that someone who rather closely met his visage was apparently posing as himself. At least that's the impression that you all are getting. We talked for a little while about it. He sort of repeated the story that he was just getting into town, and he also made mention that it was extremely odd that Gareth, the member you spoke to earlier, who would not let you stay and wait for
that was weird.
Was very odd, and you all agreed, or rather had also made notion of that before.
We didn't agree that it was weird. We agreed about it being extremely rude and unnecessary.
I'm not so sure about that, but
We all agreed upon the whole Masked Merchant Guild were backing up us on that fact. Including Gareth. Then everyone started clapping.
And that little boy was Einstein.
True.
then we all came home for some frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Oh man, I want a chocolate milkshake.
We sort of went
That's how you
back to the library as well, and spoke with Tabard. Tabard is our scholar that we are going to be hiring, who is our planner expert and our expert in portals, to be coming to our land to take a look at our portal to tell us what we can do. On the way, he has two bodyguards coming with us, Drelu and Ilme. we've sort of heard an uptick in wolf activity around Lothan, or excuse me, Torn, where we are right now. There seems to be just an inordinate amount of wolves, all sort of howling and certainly making some sort of ruckus. So we
I
started.
bet it's Loxy.
What's that?
I said, I bet it's Loxy.
No, no.
Yeah, Luxie is like probably like the lieutenants. She has a sire.
Heliconia casts Mage Armor on herself, and then proceeds to cast Mage Armor on Cinder. Which wild
you're missing a very important detail, which is
But I did not consent to that mage armor.
that I asked you, and then you proceed to spend the next like 3 minutes saying how much you wish you had mage armor.
There was like you cast mage armor on yourself. After 30 seconds, you cast mage armor on me.
Nah.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Maybe 45 seconds. You're right.
At least a minute.
Regardless. Oh, and I realize we're not even on the correct map. Hold on one moment.
Oh no, we just in the.
Yeah, we were
main
just on the. I don't know why. We
Oh,
sort
right,
of
the-
again wild surged for the second time this that episode. I can't remember if there were two in
Oh,
there
two
or just the
episodes.
one. Okay. And we have created what is sort of confirmed by Tabard to be an extra planar portal. Cinder fell through it instantly, being at the center, and sort of appeared on the other end in a very deserty setting. Immediately, he jumped through, back through the portal to our side, because there's not any kind of weirdness going on from the other side. But again, on this side, he's sort of met with that sort of weirdness that we saw before. As we're getting closer to the portal and whatnot, there's the experience of our senses being distorted, things not making sense at all.
They were
It
making
just
too much.
go ahead.
They were making too much sense.
Too much sense, and senses in different ways. You could smell blue. It's a weird smell.
I mean,
Smell blue?
that's the everyday state of existence for my character.
Does he have LSD for blood?
Exactly. I have acid for blood. Literal acid.
I see.
Not the acid, like, acid in streets slang, not the
Yes.
scientific term.
I see. One of the things as well, slightly earlier that I have forgotten, was that Callie has sort of mentioned to us that there was a job, although we were slightly busy, that there has been some strange activity reported around Torn. That
Yeah,
the
more oozes.
oozes are starting to supposedly come outside of the city, interacting in strange ways.
They're breaking free.
As we're leaving off last session, we have seen these sort of strange oozes come into vision down at the south, and sure enough, they're awfully strange looking. Much less like an ooze, and more like a
Spider.
manifestation of some sort.
Are we done?
I believe so. I think that's pretty much everything.
Can we make a knowledge check to know what those things might be?
Yeah, well, that's weird. Is it the blade of walls literally like a lattice that flows around the place?
Like a knowledge arcana or something?
You could make arcanas on it, but it's a pretty tough.
Someone say Arcana check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11 with a natural 1.
Nice.
You don't
That
think
is
it
my-
certainly fits the description of an ooze at all.
It's so hard to
That's a
click.
fire ooze. That's a blade ooze.
I can't change my tab.
Indeed. Yes. Clearly. I concur.
Of course, I trust my fellow friends here. They will surely not be
You
mistaken.
should, because obviously I know that the
Heliconia, you should Scorching
there you
Ray the fiery ones.
Shit, I don't know either.
You should definitely hit fire with fire.
Probably.
I'm afraid,
that's what-
you wouldn't know any better, Helicopter.
Yeah.
That's
Did you
what the
get, like,
saying
12?
says.
Yeah.
Did you
Fight
really get a
fire
12?
with fire.
But yeah, Grevin, is this blade thingy? Is this like some weird geometric lattice that like, like does that weird thing where it like flows and like it's if it's static?
Very
Does it,
much
like,
so.
expands and contracts?
It does look more as if it's circular as well, though, and that there's some sort of, I'm gonna say, like an ooze-like core to it. You can see in between sort of this lattice of daggers and swords that there's something behind it as well. But it also looks, certainly that the swords or what have you are definitely part of its, being as well. It doesn't look like it's picked up a sword. It looks like it's partly
It's holding the sword.
of the sword. Yeah.
See, clearly it's a blade ooze.
A blues.
A blue.
A blue blues, because it's all
True.
So what I would like to do is
What's the circle?
for us to
In case you want to do a fireball, I just
roll
tripped.
initiative.
Oh, so good.
I was gonna ask, like, are we gonna roll initiative? Are they friendly?
Can we
Hostile?
diplomatize
Yeah,
with
like-
them?
I am like news. Maybe I can initiate diplomacy.
Yeah. I wanna
These are
I-
my kind.
And I get the crit on the initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with this? Sneak attack the oozes?
I will, don't worry. I'm just gonna get him.
Does the
Maybe.
blade ooze have
Is
a
that not
discernible anatomy?
Yeah, find the
Unless
archery
you count
blade and
swords
try
as a discernible anatomy, then no, it does not.
to- Does it have like an archery blade that you can cut?
Yeah.
Certainly
Maybe
not
somebody
that
says
you
do
can
not
discern.
cut on it.
Either way, is that everybody rolled?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Oh, no. That's not it.
The real question is, do you think these are evil or not? Dun dun dun.
Oh, I'm gonna be right back, actually.
What?
Oh, man, it sucks that knowing what these are and not knowing what these are.
Isn't it? Doesn't it though? Trium, you are sort of first up. It is fairly obvious that these things have noticed us.
I mean, we were not doing any kind of ruckus over here.
Yeah.
How did they notice us?
Oh no,
Yeah.
there's no grid.
Correct. You'll have to sort of count squares on this one. Because it just would not line up.
That's be
Oh.
crazy.
I can give you a few tips to how to line up maps later on.
Okay. I'm back. Is it my turn or is this a trio?
It is still Trium's turn.
No, so
Okay.
I guess I will just shoot with the crossbow because I'm not gonna reach it in time. Might as well let them come. I'm gonna try to hit the core of the wall of blades.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
Ooh.
discernible anatomy?
No, unfortunately not. Not that I'm in range for Oh god, they changed this again.
Yeah. I don't like
The
it.
sheet changed. It works.
Well, okay, well, it doesn't have. You have to do single attack and damage. It's hitting AC 19. Does it hit?
It does hit.
Ooh.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
no crit.
Oh, sorry.
Bonuses. No bonuses.
So there's good and there is sort of bad news for it. You know that your crossbow bolt hit the mark and did so, squarely in the center of it. But you're getting the impression that it did not really do much in the way of damage to it.
Oh god, it has damage reduction.
Heliconia.
Oh god, it's got damage reduction.
It might. Do you think it's invulnerable to this any non-magic? That might be it as well.
Okay, and what can I hit with not fireball?
Oh, the Syntelic Sphere. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get
No.
these 3.
I
Yeah,
can't
you
read
get 3 of them.
Yeah, you can if you do it like this.
Whoa. I want to do that.
Why did you do that circle thing? Just
Drawing it.
draw circle.
There's
Nice.
there's tools.
Yeah,
Like I've been doing this for a long time.
The circle.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's just a billion circles.
Oh my god, everyone is doing it. Oh, it's so hard. I mean, I'm pretty sure after that many fireballs, those are dead.
Yeah.
You're all casting fireballs, okay?
Okay, I cast Syntelic Spear hitting these 3 as per Oaken Circle, which is the rusty brown color.
Even rusty.
Definitely rusty.
It's kind of rusty. Come on.
Fuck you guys.
Syntelic Spear go. This is not just a hit, doesn't roll damage. Because I roll
Hey.
8d6, I believe.
Possibly yes, but I have good news and I have bad news. Well, the good news is you cast your spell. The bad news is they do have spell resistance.
Dun dun dun.
What?
I mean, with your castle level though, spell resistance isn't.
It's
I
got the spell resistance DC is 17. Is that the same thing? Or is
No,
that
no,
something-
like it's based on their spell resistance. They might have 30 spell resistance. They might have like 10 spell resistance. You just need to beat that.
Got you. What do I
You should
roll?
be able
for
to
beat it?
beat-
Castle level, just 20 plus your caster level, which is 8.
So it's 28.
No, like
No, you roll a
D20 plus.
d20.
Oh, a d20 plus 8. Got you.
Isn't it?
19.
Also-
that's not too bad.
I think that should be it. I'm guessing.
So
That's pretty
the
high.
2 smaller ones are affected. The larger one is not.
Oh my gosh, that has more than 20. Okay, well, let me
Damn,
roll
okay.
8d6 for the other guys at least.
Oh my god, if they heal off electricity damage or something. This
Well,
would
they
be
are
the biggest
fire.
plan.
They grow in size. Oh, that's
Not 8
d20.
D20. Jesus.
It changed back for some reason.
Damn, 80-20, got out. Okay.
How did you manage to get like 2 ones in there?
You know, the scintillating sphere is enough to burn the 2 smaller
Wait, do they not?
apparitions away.
Ooh, very
Do
nice.
they not get reflex saves?
Oh, you are correct. They would get. I forget that it's the exact
These are
same as-
oozes.
Yeah.
They're
They're
used-
not
definitely
good.
oozes.
I mean, they probably have shit reflex saves, don't they? But
Oozes do have shit.
Yeah. Man, there's so many checks
These are,
to
these
this
are
thing.
actually
You gotta
even, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, they failed, I'm assuming.
Yeah, DC 17, I think. Right?
yeah, and it would only half, so I bet even if the first one saved, it would just explode anyway.
Any movement?
Oh, I would love to move. I want to move here.
I like it. Nithrin,
wow,
it is
amazing
your
movement.
turn.
It is me, at the power of the great spy train god. I will strike down these enemies. I will just take a quick gander at my spells. You know how it would be?
I just imagine Nithrin like shouting that and then being like, "Wait, give me a sec," just pulling out a book. Let's see.
I pull out my
Reading
book
through
of
it.
prayers. I open it and I cast Light of Venia. Let's see.
Your new favorite spell?
Yeah, it's actually my new favorite spell. It's so awesome. Oh, they have spell resistance, right?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, that's pretty good. That's like 24 against spell resistance.
Isn't it 19?
No, 25. It doesn't add like it was just the roll. 19
Yeah.
isn't like 19 on the d20.
So 19 plus my cast level.
Yeah. For some reason,
okay,
it counts
I
your
see.
cast level as 0.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, I mean that does manage to penetrate its spell resistance.
I hit the big one with both of them.
I kind of figured.
So yeah. So are they evil or are they not? I assume they're outsiders. They don't.
They're
Neither. Neither.
They're spelled.
I don't know. So is it 3 to 6, 6 to 6?
3d6.
Damn. A man cannot hope. So it's. I should actually just do this twice, but again. There we go. Ooh! Total of 31 damage.
Mm-hmm. Cinder, it is your turn.
Did you make your attack?
Oh no, he didn't, did he?
Do you mean make my attack? Oh, right,
Make
the range. Hmm. Okay, so the spell resistance hits, and then it's the. Where is it?
It's a range touch attack.
So it's 1d20 plus my wisdom modifier and.
No, dexterity modifier.
Damn it. Okay. Never send out true when I need it. Come on, give me a good roll. It misses!
Well, I got bad news.
I stand at them. I stare at them. I stare at the daggers.
2 rays though, so I believe you make 2 attacks, right?
Oh,
You stare
True.
daggers at the daggers.
true, I do actually. 10.
Well, I got bad news.
Damn it.
You should kill the smaller ones first.
It was also close.
Well,
so,
well, one.
Oh,
I'm back.
these are touch attacks. Just
Yeah.
why do you have a +1
Dex plus 1.
and your base attack bonus?
Oh!
It's an attack. Man, I've been
Okay,
playing
hold
for
on.
this.
I forgot! Base attack of plus 3, so it will be up.
the second one does hit then, but the first
Oh,
one
okay.
obviously still misses with.
Yeah.
16 damage. 16 damage?
Yes.
16 damage magical, so you know.
Tabard
Hard.
will fall back.
Sing us a song, Tabard.
Don't fall back, Tabard. They might be coming from back as well. Just stay in the middle.
Just stay there. Don't move. They're attracted to movement.
Ilmay will move back with Tabard.
She may.
Ilme. Aim for the rail, does it say?
By the way, what happened to me?
Yeah, you skip Cinder.
Did I? Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, I know
you were
that
right
like, I have
after
a low prism.
ninth
Yeah.
run. I don't know how I skipped you. Cinder, it's your turn.
Well, let's see if we can get ahead of Trium so he doesn't get like shredded to
shot?
death.
Hear me out. We pick him up and we throw him through the
so-
portal.
I will move with my 20 feet there and make a sudden leap jump if I can make it. Okay, that's good. That would put me skills jump.
Are you allowed to like pick up things in D&D?
What do you mean?
What do you mean pick up things?
Can you like can you like pick up the fire hand and like throw it through the portal?
And
That is theoretically
I
possible, yes.
I shall shoot an arrow because I don't have any other movements left. I'll shoot an arrow towards the wall of impeding doom. Wait, actually, that's an actual spell. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna shoot at wall of blades. 120. Alright. Got to make sure that I
Go get him, Cinder.
Okay. I have 1 dexterity. I have 6, 7. 20 to hit.
That's it.
Okay. And 8, 3. 4 damage. It is magical.
4 magical damage.
Damage, yes.
Is that from the longbow?
Yeah.
That's made of solid gold?
Yep.
You do feel as if, you make solid contact with it. 20 or so. And not only that, but you do see evidence of you doing damage to it as well.
So it has
there's sort of
3
a
damage
longbow
resistance.
arrow sort of poking out of it for a few moments before it sort of gets absorbed into the mass as well.
Does it become into a sword? Like shapeshift into
No.
it?
It just sort of
Damn.
goes in towards the center. Those
So,
two moved.
not misunderstood, it didn't look like it was dealing in damage.
No, it did look as if it was
Oh.
doing damage.
So it's called magic, like damage resistance versus
Yeah. Might
everything
have
but
like
magic.
multiple damage.
Well, magic
no.
works.
So,
Wow.
Wow.
it attempts to move through you. And one of the things
Don't
you
do
get to
it.
do
Pick it up and throw it.
is you can either attempt to make an attack of opportunity against it, or you can attempt to get out of the way. If you wish...
Do I get...
What's that?
Oh, no,
I
never mind. I
I have
thought
my
I was...
crossbow, so I can't really attack of opportunity, so I'm going to attempt to get out of the way.
If you wish to get out of the way, it is a reflex save. Your DC is only 11. And
got
it will
this.
move you 5 feet in any direction of its choice.
Wait, no,
does
that's
that
a
include me,
ranged
or-
attack. Sorry. Well, actually, I mean,
Yes, you can
it's
make the
the same modifier.
as
It's
well.
the same modifier, so
Uh,
whatever. Well, again.
Regardless, 11 was all the threshold it needed. Or you needed, rather.
Where is my fucking reflex save?
That's stolen it. Mine.
6.
It is not.
6,
good.
however,
Obviously,
doesn't...
it's past the threshold. No?
No.
Even if I say it like really innocently.
Unfortunately not. You take 2d4 points of fire damage, Cinder.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Owie.
Now, does it get like damaged? Because like, no, it didn't deal any piercing or slashing damage.
Drelu will move back with Tabard as well.
You cowards. Can't believe they're not going to help us fight.
They literally told you they weren't going to help you fight.
Can't believe that this is useless. Unreal.
Like, if they really wanted to protect them, they'd help us fight. Because otherwise, we're all going to die, and then they're just going to die.
And this will
That would
attempt
be
to do the
funny.
same thing.
Divide and conquer.
Wow, look at the
God.
fucking rolls!
God damn.
What is wrong with this? A 3, a 6, a 4.
This one is actually a DC 13.
Oh.
Oh no, Trio.
A trail. You
gone.
do get hit.
Oh.
Oops, that's the
You
wrong
don't have improved evasion right yet, right?
No, I only have evasion.
What's improved
Improved
evasion?
evasion's kind of crap because by the time you get it, you have a massive reflex save, so who cares about it? Improved evasion is a rogue class feature that makes it so that
You can always
save
roll a 1.
Cinder
You
gets
never
moved
want to.
5.
Oh.
that failed reflex saves do only have damage instead of.
And Trium, as this thing sort of moves around through and into you, you get engulfed by it, and these daggers sort of, or these swords, they basically make these,
Pokey.
sword attacks. Yeah, I don't know exactly how I was trying to describe that, but regardless, you take 14 damage?
Yes.
Do I take health? No.
You take none. You sort of see it coming, you actually make your save, you get out of the way. It's an all or nothing type deal.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna say no to that.
Yep. Trium, it is your turn.
I should probably move out of the way. Because I'm still engulfed by it, right?
You are. You're not taking like damage on the beginning of your turn, however.
Oh, so I can just fight from here?
You could. You'll likely take damage on the beginning of its turn if you stay there. But you're not on the beginning of your turn.
Okay, well then I am going to give me a sec to think and check something.
For shame, nobody rolled initiative for Flesh Out.
Yeah, I should go and dive into the wall of blades.
She moves out of the way.
That's not dragon-like.
What? Surely she'll just dodge the blades, right?
Okay.
Breathe fire on top of the...
I'm going to 5-foot step here. And I'm going to draw my rapier of negative energy. I'm going to attack.
I was gonna say sneak attack it.
Yeah, I'd love to, but I don't think I have discernible anatomy.
Yeah, that's true.
Another one!
You managed to miss.
Can I roll? Can I roll something higher than 6, please?
You got like a full attack? Perhaps you will... Oh,
I do have a full attack, but it's pointless because I'm not gonna deal enough damage to go through its damage resistance with a dagger, I don't think.
You never know, maybe you crit.
True, maybe you will crit.
Even like with my strength. But...
What if you crit for like -5 damage?
It heals. It steals your dagger.
Sure, fine.
It becomes one of the wall. The wall now has your dagger.
I mean, might as well try.
Well, I got good news and I got bad news. You know, you make sort of solid contact with it at the very least, but no, you can tell it doesn't do anything. It just... one of the blades happens to sort of solidify at that point, and it just, you know, bounces off of it.
You know, I could really use one of those flaming or ice swords that we had right now.
Those require strength use, remember?
True.
Laconia, it is your...
Wait, are they long swords?
Yeah.
They are long.
Wait, what's their strength requirement?
No, like as in like your attacks will be made by strength instead of dexterity.
Yeah, but the magic damage does not
Oh,
care
yeah.
about that. That's the bit that's going to be actually doing the damage.
I mean, precisely the reason I said like take one of these, and you said no, I'm not using longswords. Rogues don't use longswords.
No, it was because I didn't have proficiency at the time, but now I do because I have my fighter level.
Oh, okay.
We do have the magical longswords.
You have
in
your
the
fighter
bag.
level before we got those longswords,
Did I? Well,
or at least like close.
I
I think it was after we got it.
Like we have these swords for like a month and a half.
Didn't they sell them?
No,
Oh.
No, they're in the
I'm
bag.
about
right now.
to use one of these.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, no.
Honestly, I don't even know where they are. Like, whom has
They're in the
them.
bag. They're in the
No,
bag.
I am carrying. They're not in the bag.
What?
I've used this before.
In the bag. All right, well then Cinder's carrying them. Let me
Like-
take them out of the bag.
Literally, I use these to like decapitate foes, like the chain devils.
Decapitate, yeah.
Like I even use the flaming for like the cauterized wounds, so I can have like good trophies.
I'll do that later. Okay, but I am going to take a couple steps back because
And you call them cowards.
maybe I should. I can hide behind the portal. He can't come over and get me.
I think they're hovering above the.
And I'm going to. I think this is just totally right. I mean, magic missiles. I'm gonna magic missile a little hand, and maybe try to kill it. I think because I don't want to scorching ray it for obvious reasons.
What do you mean obvious reasons?
Yeah.
I mean, should I?
I mean, you do you.
This is surely the fire hand has like fire hand resistance.
I think you can hit both of them without hitting Cinder and Trio, I think.
With scintillating spear?
Yeah.
I could. Granted, this one also has like super high AC though, or magic resistance to the wall.
Yeah. Also, do note the magic missile is a spell resistance spell.
Yeah, but the little one doesn't have much. I don't think. It's only the big one. So I'm
Big
just
one.
gonna go for aim for the little one for now. I'm just gonna magic missile it, which is right here. Pew pew pew. Oh, 6. So he takes 10 damage. Well, if it breaks spell resistance, what is it? Plus 8? Or no, it's plus 6 for this one. D20 plus 6.
That's enough.
So 20.
By the way, like unlike an instant spell, your thing adds the caster level for spell resistance. It's there.
Huh?
Like your macros already have it.
Do they?
Yeah.
The
Caster
other
levels
one have
are
it?
14 versus spell resistance.
The top one doesn't. But, well, that.
Magic
to
missile
be
had
fair,
it. The other one did not. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't be. They always use my baseline. That's the thing. It doesn't ever factor in
Yeah.
wild. Which, to be fair, you could just add or subtract whatever you need. But
Doesn't it?
no, it uses my base. I mean, in this case, I rolled my base.
Fair
That's
enough.
why it
Yeah,
works.
Nithrin, it is your turn.
It is my turn. And with the power of the great spiked chain god, I will take a 5 foot forward here. And I will use the power. And I think I have just the spell for this exact occasion. The perfect one, even. And it's Spiritual Weapon. Fly forward my holy chain spikes. And it appears at the big one.
Yes.
Yeah? Good?
Yeah. Hold on.
Hello?
Hold on. Can you not hear me?
Yeah,
No, we can.
no, we can.
Now I can.
I mean, I didn't hear you before you said, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah.
Let's see here.
But yeah, it strikes. Plus, so it's plus my wisdom modifier, and then it's
Well, it
plus
also
my
doesn't
bow
look
as
like
well?
it. Didn't you rolled a 2 versus its spell resistance? Or is that this spiritual? Okay, you have to roll
Yeah.
1d20. It is. I see. Plus.
No,
Or
he
did
rolled a
roll
2,
two?
like
I see. Okay.
yeah, rolled 2.
Yeah. So
So like it's 200 d20 00.
gotcha.
Yeah, like no matter how many castle level you'll have on top of that, I don't think you are beating that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there at least, it's on him. Unless it disappears. I think it
I
appears,
think it
right?
disappears.
Really?
Yeah, if the weapon is successfully resisted, the spell is dispelled.
Yeah.
Rip.
Rip.
I curse it.
No, that's too much of a high level of a spell, man.
It appears unheeding of
turn.
your ineffectual forces. Cinder.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I shall draw the cold one because there's a flaming one right up there. From the long swords, and does it require any kind of like action to activate its command word?
No.
Alright, I'll speak its command word, and I'll 5-foot
Oh.
step.
Saying a word certainly doesn't constitute an action.
I'll
Talking is
switch,
free action.
I'll switch from my scent to punishing.
The
steps.
command word was freeze in the book.
True.
It's any number of Mr. Freeze-based puns from the Batman and Robin movie.
Chill out.
Ew.
I will make you calm down.
Are these things subject to critical hits?
They are not.
Oh man.
That is a hit, however.
1d8 plus 7 plus 6. 17 damage, of which 1 is cold.
Okay.
Oh wait, 18. I forgot the plus 1 from being a plus 1 weapon.
Okay.
So 18 damage, 1 is cold.
Whoops, I believe I added 100 damage by mistake.
Yeah, just another 100 HP, like what can go wrong?
So it is whatever the equivalent to a, floating ball of swords is to being bloodied.
Dull.
It- the spell?
It is. No, it's rusted. It has a lot
Honestly,
of rusted
I
swords
like
in it.
almost dispelled or whatever.
The core is cracked.
Tabard
True,
Ilme
the
will
core
not
is-
take any actions. They will be staying up where they
Tooth and
are.
arrow, you bitches!
Let's just shoot some goddamn bows.
They have melee weapons, Tron.
Just throw them if they're not gonna use them, I guess.
Man. So.
Well, let's kill these guys after the oozes. They clearly are traitors. Oh no, the fire one is going to kill.
The fire one is going to move over Trium's space, but then move towards Nithrin. So again, Trium, you have the option of attempting to reflex out of the way, in which case it's an 11, or opportunity attack it.
If I opportunity attack it, I assume I take damage.
Yeah, that's a
Correct,
good
yes.
question. Okay.
Lol, no.
I'm gonna try and reflex.
Oh, you're fine,
It's my-
Nithrin. It doesn't get into
Oh.
your square.
Okay.
And Trio, you're also
oh.
fine.
I thought it was the funny fire thing that was gonna dodge.
I do an awesome flip.
You do a sweet flip.
Damn.
Hey, Graham, I have a question.
Mhm.
Is the portal like a physical thing, or is it just a sensation?
There is a physical representation of where it is. Again, it is sort of the flaming circle that we see. It is not actually flame, it just looks similar to it. But it does sort
Gotcha.
of demark where it is.
You can, with your naked eye see the portal.
Correct.
Gotcha.
You mentioned, like, I asked, like, before these things show up, I flew over it to see if I can see the other side. You said that I could, if I'm, like, far enough. Because, like, I seen, like, the double suns of the other side.
From this side, you can't see through it. From the other side,
Okay.
you can see through it to here. But from this
Okay,
side,
okay.
you cannot see through it to the other plane.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I let go by accident. But yes, it is flowing over the two of you. And then moving towards Nithrin.
So we have a chance to either take another opportunity and...
Yes, you can either take an opportunity attack, in which case it's regular attack, or you can attempt to dodge out of the way of its attack.
I mean, might as well dodge, then take an opportunity attack, because it's leaving.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
9.
9 is not enough to dodge. Trium?
I already rolled. Oh, it's my turn.
No. This is the other one. This is the Wall of Blades now. Ball of Swords.
Oh, so I wasted my good roll on the one that does like no damage.
Correct.
That's cool, cool. It's fine.
Either
Just
way, that
roll
is, you know,
amazingly.
enough.
I just do a double flip instead. Yeah.
Now the question: these are presumably piercing or slashing.
Yes.
Would it take the acid damage?
No.
Why? It's made of metal.
It's not made of metal, actually. It just looks like it's made of metal.
But like, this is something made out of that takes damage from acid?
No.
Damn.
It's made of your dreams.
Oh man. This would be a 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
8 plus 8 for 24, which 6 of it is cold.
So that is actually enough to kill it where it is. You still would take the damage from it flowing over you, but you know, as it's leaving you, you attack it, and it's sort of. You can clearly see it now. The other two, you couldn't really see what happens, but it almost just melts into nothingness. You know, at one moment it's this formed sort of wall of blades, and the next moment the blades themselves are melting away just into air. There isn't any vapor or anything like that, so it's not exactly evaporating, but one moment it's there, the next minute it sort of loses its form and is gone.
Man, all your food's gone.
Yeah, like this is like hunting for food, and like the gazelle that you just like shut down just like disappears into thin air. It sucks.
True.
Oh man.
Does it disappear into air, or does it leave a vacuum behind that then has to get filled with air
What?
when it disappears?
You're not entirely sure by the naked eye. Either way, it didn't happen so quickly that it would like make a thunderclap or anything.
Okay, gotcha.
Trium, it's your
Okay.
turn.
Physics lady. Well, I suppose I will just see if I can flank this fellow. And then is it with a rapier? Wait, no, it is flank.
It's a hit.
And roll 1d4.
It is nearly a
Smoldering.
Smoldering. Yes, it's ember.
It's embery.
Heliconia.
Well, one boy here. I have magic missile. I have a boy. I want to put the two together.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
There's no spell resistance. Actually, this one has one. And once again, I rolled 6, so it works. So he takes 13 damage.
He's dead.
He is. And again, it sort of just melts away into nothing.
Nothing. We have done it.
Have we though?
Yeah.
What did we do exactly?
It.
What are these things?
That's a good question.
Oi, Mr. Tabard, Bob.
So again, you know, after the danger being over, and a few minutes pass to make sure no more are coming hot on their heels, the three of them sort of return to the main group.
Oh, they return now.
Yeah. They return.
I look at them disappointedly.
I mean, they told us that they would do this. Why
Yeah,
are
yeah.
you
I still look disappointed at them.
I also look disappointed.
They clearly see your disappointments, and they ask if you are confused in some way, shape, or form.
I just think to myself and be like, the supply chain god will never do such a thing.
It's a god, it wouldn't be here in the first place. What do you mean?
Would never do
Oh,
what?
shush.
Never uphold its promises and bargains?
No, it will never run away. Simply.
They didn't run away, Nitron. They protected their ward.
Exactly.
I'm so sad.
The thing that we were
sad
hired to
nigga.
do was to keep tabards safe. It wasn't to fight your battles with you.
Although I must say, Mr. Tabar, do please refrain from running into darkness in which you don't know if there's other enemies towards. It might make your guardians' jobs harder.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. And I just sort of panicked a little bit, to be honest with you.
Understandable. I'm not blaming you. It's just something to think about now that you're a little bit more battle-hardened.
Well, yes. Thank you. And he sort of puffs himself up a tiny little bit.
Cinder the diplomat saves the day again.
Best of Harlem.
What were those things?
Oozes, clearly.
Perhaps operations that got created due to this portal, or perhaps things that got attracted to it. I don't know.
Oh, I sure hope not.
I was hoping you would say something.
No, I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure what those things were. The best I can tell you is what you saw, is that they were coming from the south, from the area of Torn, but...
Yeah, they weren't the normal torn uses, I guess.
With fair, we don't know what is exactly a normal torn.
True.
They only seen a facet of it.
I mean, we got told by, what's her name? Again?
Callie.
Yeah, exactly.
Time for some dinner. Anyone fancy some health plate?
Let's stick with the rations.
Yeah.
If no one is going to eat it, I'm going to eat it myself.
How fascinating. And Tabard is
I'll share
certainly,
some.
you know...
I'll take up Cinder's offer.
Oh, okay. Then, like, scratch the last 7, 10, so 39 healing, and I give you a pound of health plate.
Nice. I have a pound of half plates.
I could,
Please, let me show you how you digest it.
I could use some healing if. You know,
How
'cause
do
I
you
lost
digest it, Luconi? I've seen you
Yeah,
use
hopefully-
gems.
health.
Oh, you wounded, yeah?
Yeah, I lost 14 health.
14 health, I will,
The gems I usually
Terrible.
small.
terrible injury. Of course, you will get a vigor lesser even. Oh wait, Untitled preferred. Never mind. You will have a vigor. Is anybody else wounded, by the way?
I am, but I have healed.
Yeah, true. You healed. I'll just sacrifice some spells. Let's sacrifice a couple of these into this, so it's gonna be a total of 2d8 then. Plus my castle level, right? Which is, hold on, try and remember here. And let's do this. Yeah, okay, plus 10 then total. You heal 15. Warrington.
Fantastic. So while we're sort of, because I'm presuming that other people are starting to eat now, or perhaps we're just watching Cinder eat. Regardless,
No, obviously.
We're eating.
Tabard begins to start unpacking
Fuck him.
things from the large boxes, and he set up several.
Dude brought a whole goddamn workstation over here.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he's done.
Yeah.
And he,
Really efficient packing as well.
well, they were, I don't know if you were here to the last of it, but the joke was that Drelu and Ilme were sort of packed as if they were playing Death Stranding, Stacked
Nice.
real tall.
Like, what? Like, if they break something, they will pay it out of their own pocket. Just like. Also, did Heliconia eat that piece of metal? I am very interested.
I bite into the metal.
You attempt to bite into
It-
the metal, but as it turns out, it's
It is
metal.
sturdy, tempered metal.
Well, I mean, nothing's stopping me. I certainly can bite it.
Well, what I do is I just like slurp it and like swallow it. Maybe you should try that.
It's a bit too big to swallow.
Oh, I can grind it for you. If that's what
No.
you prefer.
No thanks.
You have given me your word that you will accompany me on eating this piece of metal. Are you going to turn
Are you not
from your
going?
word?
Yeah, sharp my word. Are you not up for?
I'll make sure that it is not overly jagged.
That's not that I was gonna, eat it.
Just
Not that you could
minor internal
do it up for
bleeding.
me. I'll finish it one day, and then I put it in my pack. And
I mean, like, I suppose I can like melt it in my mouth and give you the bag, like
No,
how like
definitely not.
mama bird does, like for like nest birds. Disgusting.
Certainly a little strange.
Add it to the list of Heliconia slights against
Book of
Cinder.
Grudges.
The book of grudges.
Asked for a gift, then rejected to use the said gift. That's a big slight.
I'm literally using it right. I have it on me.
It's not in your stomach.
I'm literally putting it in my backpack right now.
To be forgotten like the rest of your equipment.
No. Yeah, I'm scroll sending.
See, like you didn't even remember about that until you opened your inventory. Oh man.
So Tabard sort of begins working almost immediately after getting everything packed up. Drelu goes and obviously sort of goes to sleep, while Ilme stays up watching Tabard. Rather watching over Tabard and over the area. That's sort of independent of, everybody doing their own watches, doing their own setup, and their own sort of thing.
Okay.
Ilmay, may I ask something?
Go ahead.
Do please hold on really tight at this end of the rope.
Are you going to jump through?
No, I'm going to stay really right next to it just to see if I can acclimate myself towards its effect.
All right,
So like if I stumble or like look like I'm going to drop, just yank me out.
How much rope do you give her?
Like exactly to be like tight, like tense between us,
Taut.
like if I stand there.
Okay, well,
Like,
I
if
mean,
I stand
depending
at
on
the
how
edge of
much, like she would go around and sort of, wrap it around the tree as well.
Like yeah, if she does that, like just to be enough, like for it to be tense when I'm there.
Okay.
And I'll be like get as much as close that I can get without like yeah.
All right. She tells you she's ready whenever you are.
I'll do so. To do please nudge me towards, like if I lose my direction towards it, just nudge me towards it as much as you can with like a stick or something.
How about? Well, I can't necessarily do both. I can't push you into it and wrap it around the tree to pull you back.
Like I'm not gonna let myself go in. It's just that like if I stumble and drop into it, you can pull me back.
Okay.
I don't expect you to hold it
I understand.
like 24/7.
I got you. I thought you
Just
were...
like keep watch.
I'll help you keep watch.
Just Like I'm not going through because if I go through, I lose the sensation if I go the other side. I want to be in the sensation,
Mhm.
see if I can. Is it possible to acclimate or like concentrate your senses into make a sense out of it? I'll just like keep doing it until morning or whatever, until I can stand it, I suppose.
Sure. What about a watch for other folks? Because obviously, like right now, Cinder is not in the best condition to be watching.
I'm watching for other
if
things.
he's, physically keeping himself disoriented.
It's like breathing into LSD again.
Right.
See if it's a ring of breathing underwater.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Nah, you just gotta have faith.
It worked great last time.
Exactly. You proved him.
But again, are other people keeping the watch? Who's keeping what watch?
I'm taking third
Um,
watch.
Because again, as I mentioned, Cinder's not really in a great position to keep a watch at the moment.
Thank God that I don't throw up.
I'll,
Exactly.
I'll keep first watch. Then
Like I am literally the test subject for this experiment.
Yeah, but it's your own experiment.
What a martyr.
True. For the greater good.
So I would like spot and listen checks from whomever would keep the first, second, and then third watch.
sure, I'll
I'll be back in just a second. Let me use
I'll
the
keep
restroom.
first watch, I guess.
Yeah.
Whichever watch. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
I'll take third.
Spot and listen.
I'll do. That's my third. Oh, good rolls.
All right, I'm back.
I wonder like how much does it require for it to pass for me to become like mad, or like madder than before.
Like angry?
Would you use more mad or madder?
Matter.
Matter, I think.
Maddest.
The maddested.
The Madison.
Heliconia, are you doing a watch as well, or
Second.
could you roll spot and listen checks?
Listen checks.
I keep rolling for the sake of it.
So there were my terrible rolls. So the night is mostly quiet. No more of the oozes certainly coming up. We do sort of hear, especially from you, Nanu.
Yeah,
These
that's
wolves
true.
sort of going all throughout the night, certainly making a ruckus, and then at some point during your watch, leaving, heading somewhere towards the southeast. And past that, we don't really hear any more coming from these wolves. It appears as if Tabard is up sort of all night, going through and testing things. Most of what he seems to be doing is taking objects and devices, bringing them close to the portals. We're as close as he pretty much dares to towards the portal, sometimes, on a long stick or throwing it tied to a rope towards the portal itself. Coming back and then doing calculations or something in his sort of work area. But he works pretty much tirelessly throughout the night.
Okay. It's like working quickly, or... I don't know.
I would say that if you're sort of watching him, he is working efficiently. It doesn't look as if he is hurrying to do something, but it looks as if, well, this is his area of expertise. He knows what he's doing through it, and so he does it fairly quickly and competently.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what I want to know. Like, yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Sure.
It's not just it's just not a random scholar, we picked up.
No. At some point during the morning, whoops, I would move Drelu's tent.
Have I been able to acclimate at all after 10 fucking hours?
No, not at all.
Oh man.
You literally endured CBT on yourself to see if you could get used to it.
Right.
I will master this technique.
Drelu and Ilme will sort of switch places. Ilme will go to rest. Drelu will stay up, and he will watch over Tabard as he conducts his experiments. What are the rest of us doing?
What's the clock, kind of?
Early morning.
Okay, so I pull out the rations and I start eating, of course. It's time to eat. Time to chug down a couple. I would be like, there's nothing like a good meaty piece of salted beef and dry cheese.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Absolutely delicious.
Dehydrated egg and...
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty far away from, anywhere, aren't we?
We're days out from any real given place.
Yeah, we are pretty close to Torn.
With the exception of Torn.
Except Torn.
I mean, I think we are a day ahead, of our journey where we're supposed to go. Our own portal.
I misread.
No, I mean, we're gonna wait here until Tabard finishes up, aren't we?
We could...
I mean, wasn't the idea for him to do,
surrounding.
preliminary stuff here, close hours, then come back to do whatever this was?
True, didn't we say that we were going to stay this later?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
I'm pretty sure we did.
We definitely did. Because we're you can look at it over the night, but we're still
At the
going
very
to the
least,
main portal.
we made him agree that he's not going to use anything that he will be needing to close off the other portal.
Right,
true.
he's not using any consumable resources.
Time is a consumable resource.
That is a very valid
This is how you
argument.
make contact.
So again, I ask,
one's-
what do we want to do?
No one is pulling me out.
I want to go to the main portal. That's where we're hiring this guy.
Heliconia, this is your fault. You don't get to say anything. This is your fault. You almost killed me.
You could have moved. You chose not to.
It's kind of hard to move when your footing becomes a void that you can fall into.
You awakes.
Hello, will anyone pull Cinder away?
I have noodle strength.
I pull him away, I guess, and I'll walk up and I come here. I'll rip him out.
Wait, what? I was at the brink of
Already,
mastering.
the brink of mastering it. Yeah. I'm not sure about
10
that.
hours of practice. It's all gone now.
Yeah.
I only need
You'll
10
get it
hours.
next time, I believe in you.
I'll probably, yeah.
Now go eat your metal. You have a long day ahead of us.
I mean, I ate Edel and dinner. I'm not hungry yet, Mom.
Yeah, you can
That's where you can have a snack.
My physique holds its form. I don't need to eat metal. I don't enjoy eating metal, you guys.
Oh damn.
I've been trying to flavor it. Believe me, I tried like smoking the metal. I tried like alloys. It's all the same.
Alloys?
Yeah, like different
Yeah,
types of metals and combinations of metals. Like you said, they all taste the
Yes.
same. Like they taste nothing because they got melted immediately.
All right. So you, I guess, tell Tabard that, all right, let's head on to where we're supposed to head on. We can sort of check this out later. I mean, I suppose nobody actually did, but regardless.
No, we said this last
The
night.
log on top of the hole, like that stays, right? Like that's still there.
Yes.
So like I would suggest covering the log, like using the log as like the foundation and cover it with like foliage, so the hole is not visible to the naked eye for like any possible passengers.
Well,
or
as I sort of
wild
mentioned, I
animals.
mean, there's, this sort of representation. There's an actual, like this orange flaming hole, as it were.
Yeah, like I meant isn't like let's close it with like foliage, so like that is not seen, unless it's hot and it's going to burn off. then.
It's not hot, but as you sort of like throw leaves into and on it, they sort of get sucked through the portal. Like,
That's why I wanted to use like the log, like put big branches and such onto the log, which the. Okay, yeah. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like what I was thinking is like the pit traps. Like that is covered with things like rather than leaves, it's covered with like branches and such, and you put the leaves on top of it.
I was about to say, are we gonna make a pit trap for people to fall into the portal?
I mean,
Why would
technically,
anyone
yeah,
walk through there? Though it's not on the
it's a trap where no one's supposed to actually fall into it.
Yeah, the poor hunters that are just like walking through the woods.
Like, if someone says on that exact one tile,
Hey.
experiment,
Like,
Yeah.
if you want to leave it open, do please leave it open.
I mean, that's actually, yeah, I just would like leave it open, honestly. Maybe Locks will go to say end up there.
Does the portal radiate heat since it's from a desert?
no.
Gotcha.
How would you
Or-
sense it?
By
Did you
feeling
go?
it.
Did you want to go near it, Heliconia? That can be arranged.
I mean, I was 5 feet away from it, to be fair.
I
Pretty
mean,
close.
Wait. To the Red Keep or Red Worm Keep or whatever it was called, Redstone.
redstone.
Redstone Keep.
I mean, it was Red Vine.
Red wine.
How about like?
Wait, this thing actually had a name?
Yeah, like they told us the name was that.
Or
Assuming
change
like
it.
that's yeah, we're gonna change it. Like, are there any like hills and stuff around our territory?
Like within it, there would be
Like around
some
it, like in
hills
the
and
general
whatnot.
area.
Obviously the kobolds sort of found, at the very least, a cave. So
How about Beverly Hills?
I like it.
I like it.
Yes, we should turn it into some sort of luxury.
Like I would call all like the whole domain the land of angels, and the city around our keep the city of angels. And the
good.
keep
The
itself is
angel.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
sounds
like
great.
it's kind of like the wood around the place is a holy wood.
Yes, this is all very original. I like it.
Exactly.
Never in the history of this world had been attempted.
So, what's the plan? Are we heading straight to the portal? Are we heading to the keep? What's...
Portal. Portal keep.
Portal is slightly closer, right?
It would be slightly
Uh,
closer, but for all intents and purposes, it's both a day's journey.
We could head straight to the portal. Maybe we'll meet. Actually, isn't the fountain on its way there?
No.
Okay. How far off the fountain will it be?
It was a couple miles up west, I think. Or something like that.
The fountain itself was sort of to the southwest of where the portal was.
Southwest.
The portal was towards... Oh, did I say west? I mean east.
Wait, the portal is east of the keep, and the
Northeast.
fountain is southwest of the portal.
No, again, that was my mistake. From the portal, the fountain is to the southeast as well. So we've got sort of... And again...
Like that? Like portal.
No, east. So, like this.
Okay. Alright. Maybe we can go to the keep and see what our workers had been doing. And like, to be fair, I believe the giants were to leave messages or like leave their correspondence to the well or to the keep.
I believe...
Trim, you were there.
Did I
I
get?
remember this.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
Well,
I think I got disconnected for a second.
don't do it.
Hello?
Don't leave us.
I don't know. Discord just said like no.
No.
Is Lordington here?
I am. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Okay.
I was saying like, Trium, do you remember whether if the giants going to leave their correspondence to the well or to the keep?
I think the keep?
Okay, let's go to the keep because we need to speak with the giants. Like we need to
Sure.
get the giants to speak with Bob.
Wow.
True, Bob.
Bob to Pod.
Yeah. Need to make Bob speak with Tom and Jerry.
Alright, give me just 1 second.
One.
You lied to us. You monster.
No, I just can't find this dude.
I'll bet by just a second.
Bob.
We spend the rest of the day
Bob.
sort of traveling around back to the City of Angels.
Hell yeah.
It's the City of Angels now.
Till somebody tells me something different.
No, it's now
No.
the City of Angels because we are very nice people, so obviously.
Exactly.
Hello?
I don't know what happened to Graham.
I'm still here. I was waiting on for somebody to say something. We make our way back to the City of Angels. And here we are.
Well, What do we see?
I mean, if you're here, I step inside, of course.
Yeah, what do we see? What's the keep look like? Is there any?
I mean, there's almost been nothing done. It's been, 4 days or so since we were last here, I believe.
Like, the workers are still there?
There are a couple of workers here. None of the ones of them are sort of the lead guys that you talk to. They're more sort of the comedy labory type people that we've sort of, again, paid to keep an eye on things. And as you would come in, one of them would come up and approach you. You have some visitors. Someone says he knows you. He brought a couple of other people with him.
No, of course not. They take me to them, right?
We posted him up in one of the rooms, and sure enough, he would take you there, and you would see your old friend Darren is sort of at the table with a slew of other people sort of lounging around, even though they sort of look like they're in beds right now. They're not actually in beds.
Okay.
Using bed.
I'll look at that and these are the ones, then I take it.
These are the ones, and hello to you, lad. Wait.
It's
Something about you's a little bit different.
I died, and I've come back.
Oh.
What do you recognize Nithru?
No, he wouldn't have. He would have probably recognized some of the armor, the spiked chains, and whatnot. But again,
Yeah.
Nithrin looks very different compared to what he was. I'm glad that you got better at the very least.
Let's put it out there.
What happened?
I took a great axe on it. Apparently cleaved me in half, according to my friend, sir.
Well, I see you got quite the mar on your armor there.
Yes, I'll have to get it properly patched up soon.
Indeed. So we'll come along. Come around. We've got some stories to share. By the sounds of it, this place for one. I'm glad to see it's looking great. It took a little bit of a gamble getting the people to work on it, but I have to say, even if I'm saying it myself, they did a pretty good job on it.
Right, I agree. It's they've done a very job. I don't know if you heard actually, but we have I requested them to, I believe, a second floor. We were gonna start slowly working
I
on.
have heard on that. I've been picking their ears a little bit and whatnot. And I've heard that you're now official lords, is it? Landowners, certainly.
Yeah, definitely. It was actually Lord. I forgot his name.
Lord Kine
Lord Kind, of course.
himself that granted us this keep.
Right, I've heard. He's certainly moving up in the world.
No lordship to go with it, exactly, unfortunately. At least not yet.
Oh, no titles themselves, just the land and the keep.
Yeah,
Well, there's always
Well,
tomorrow.
exactly. And
I mean,
We do have the title.
we are who we are. Like, we are who we are. Call ourselves.
True.
What's that? Oh, have you finally picked a name to call yourselves?
Oh, like, I'm Cinder, this is Nithrin. It doesn't matter if there's a lord in front of it.
Right.
Yes. Exactly.
I mean, like, I was always a lord of Cinder anyways.
He sort of whispers to whomever is closest, and he bump his head or something.
He's always been like this.
You know him.
Certainly not quite this bad, though. Also, you're the closest to him.
You're talking shit. For someone who's this spike chain god range.
True! The spike chain guys ever watching, ever hearing even.
So, is this map laggy for you guys too?
No?
Yeah, bit, yeah.
Is it?
Not for me.
Oh, it's actually not for me.
Sometimes it's not.
This is the one map. This is my map.
Man.
So, well, come on, tell me what's happened.
Not much.
I will get Triumph, of course, and tell them to retell the great stories.
I somewhat embellished the great stories that we've had, and I put special emphasis on the fact that we got freaking bombed.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how much do you embellish the stories?
Hiroshima levels.
I embellished them to a 7.5.
Okay.
A good amount up there.
I mean, after all, we did meet Lord Kynes, so...
So at some
we did
point,
actually meet him.
sort of during our retelling of the stories, he would pull out wine from his own sort of private stash and wound up going through and pouring everyone glasses and stuff and putting several bottles on the table and inviting you to partake.
Of course.
Of course I would partake of the wine offered by my great friend Durnan.
It's not great. It's like the Boone's Farm equivalent of wine. You know, it's sugar water that's called wine. That'll get you drunk.
Sugar
Where did
water.
Durnan come from? Where did Durnan come from?
I think you meant Arian.
Oh, okay, I thought like, oh, is Durnan here?
Yeah, no.
Because we have a dungeon being prepared.
You?
So, well, you know, my travels certainly haven't been quite so exciting as yours, but, you know, I did manage to do what I said I would do, and I found several people, candidates, if you will, who both want to run your fighting pit, and, failing that, should they not be picked, want to participate in it.
Great.
Yeah.
And I assume you have told the tales of an upcoming fighting fit that is going to be legendary and epic.
Exactly. That's why I managed to get so many esteemed fighters to follow me here. There's any
Like
number
where-
of riffraff, if you'll excuse the term, ready to participate as well.
But where are the like
Esteemed
spectators?
fighters. Oh, spectators.
Well, they're mostly waiting in a room by themselves right now.
If we can't fit the spectators into the
Oh,
keep,
the
that means that we have too many.
spectators, excuse me.
Oh yeah, spectators. Yeah, not
I
parts.
see. Well, for there to be spectators, there actually have to be fights first.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, I wasn't exactly expecting for the when you say that they are in the keep. I was.
Right.
Yeah, we should
Well, we should first test them, and you should be start making the rounds for the spectators to come when we have a lineup prepared.
Indeed, I think it's best that we speak with them and see who we want to be the pit master and get started right away. With our...
Yeah. Before the matches, there's a slight bit of a deal that needs to be taken care of in the region before we start bringing spectators.
Oh, yeah?
Nothing to be worried about. We're just making some precautionary, what is the word that I'm looking for? Pesticide near the forest grounds.
All those combinations of words makes me rather worried, as a matter of fact. Don't worry, pesticide precautions.
It's a forest, Darren. Forests have predators and such for they need to be cold, so the regular people traversing from other lands it'll be safer coming here. The roads are not exactly done yet, so they will have to pass through woods. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, the Discord, like...
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah, I
Or
think.
perhaps Nano and M is muted and they are not
I'm
anymore.
muted. I was muted. But I heard you the whole time.
Okay. So we can blame Nano and M.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't.
Or thinking that we are disconnected, they were just not talking.
I got you. Yeah, Nanu said he'd be back. Apparently.
Okay. So yeah, the wood's dangerous. Just we're gonna like.
Yeah,
reduce
just
the-
making sure that yes, we just need to make sure that no creatures interfere in the
transport.
exactly. Only sanctioned monsters allowed in the fighting pit.
Do
Yeah,
you
let-
have
let's see
sanctioned
stuff.
monsters?
Well,
yeah.
not yet,
I
but
see.
Soon enough. I mean, we have me.
Well,
We have
don't
flesh shed.
call
have returned.
yourself a monster.
I am a monster.
You're a beautiful person inside.
No, I meant my fighting skill. And my physique.
What a
And
beast!
literally the fact that I'm bleeding acid and I eat metal for sustenance.
he gives you sort of a side eye. I see. The last we spoke, I thought you all were going to refrain from participating yourself.
But like occasionally, like prize matches when we need to rile up the, like it would be like a delicacy for the fighting pit,
I see.
not a regular thing. But like when there's someone who's exceptionally good and we want to like rile up the crowd, something like that, you can
announcer?
come up with. I mean, you're a good hype man.
Well, not really. But I'm not bad. But either way, yes. I suppose if you have business to take care of a rather, well, seemingly, soundingly delicate nature, it would be probably best for you to take care of said business before we, well, make some decisions. They'll certainly be around.
Yes,
we can
our
see
top
stuff.
men
I
are
meant
working on
for,
it.
I meant for like the like travelers who come here. We need to deal with the problem before that. But I mean, since you're already here, we can see the stock.
Yeah.
All right.
See which one are going to survive the calling.
They're calling him.
Well, now, when I spoke with them, they're under the impression that these fights aren't to the death.
No, he's just
I mean,
joking.
like metaphorically.
He's just being dramatic.
I would
Mm.
perhaps.
refrain from using dramatic
Exactly.
language. Yes.
Like surviving the practice and such. It's not an easy
That's
job.
certainly not much better.
Surviving isn't being able to endure, not like actually.
Let's just not use the word survive. We'll use pass
Die.
or complete the exercise.
Yeah, let's just complete.
Not perish.
Not fair.
No,
No
nothing at-
references to death allowed.
Yeah, or
Continue
extreme
one's
bodily injury.
existence. I don't understand your concerns.
I imagine you don't.
It's a good thing. They should be glad that we're saying they should not die.
How many do you how many did you come with?
There's 5 that certainly have the abilities to both either fight to an degree of adequacy or to actually run the place.
I have a very important thing to interject with. Darwin, have you heard any
Darn.
news
It's actually Darren.
Only I get to call him Darwin.
from, like, who the hell took Jorgen? What group was that?
Gauntholm.
I'm trying to get news on Jorgen. Does he have any news related
It
to
was
That was
Gauntholm.
Gauntholm.
None whatsoever.
Gauntholm.
I've been in kind.
Not part of Gauntholm?
What kind is the capital city, Heliconia? I know you're a plant, but come on.
Yeah. Also, like, how would Darren, a random guy that went there to like recruit fighters, know what happened to like a random soldier like 1,000 miles away.
Well, that's what I'm asking. If essentially has heard anything.
Like,
Maybe they're like,
is Jorgen like Hitler or something? Is he that famous that like all around the country know that he's being captured?
Double Hitler.
Like, who is this guy? Like,
oh, right.
Mussolini? Or...
I finally got him, it's Mussolini.
He's super Hitler.
Mr. Jorgen. You have been wanted for a long, long time for your crimes.
Osama bin Jorgen.
No.
Alright, well, that's all I had to ask. Continue on with the introductions.
Ooh, you can use your scroll of sending to send a message to Jorgen.
To Jorgen! Oh my gosh.
But the nice guy will be pissed off.
Yeah, but think of how happy Jorgen would be to hear from him.
To be
I don't think he will be very happy. Very
I mean,
news.
Like, dead people usually don't have emotions.
Yeah, I also was about to say that.
it's true. You might not get anything back.
Howdy.
How did
Sure.
partner?
Give me just 1 second because I realize I haven't said everybody's to see.
Everybody to...
Let's refresh this page. This page is...
You know what? Well, you guys do the introductions. I was gonna sit around for, but this is like the first time. I'm gonna like be gone for like 5 minutes or so. You can give me the DR when I get back. So
What?
Yeah, I have like 1 hour, by the way, until I have to go, more or less.
Sad.
Yeah, we can play until like Lord comes back again.
That's right. You said you're gonna be
That's gonna be really late.
for a while. Gonna be leaving early, didn't you?
Yeah, until like mid-November or so,
Fair enough.
at least.
All right, so Darren sort of leads you back into the room where everyone, all the quote-unquote fighters, have been sort of milling around, doing their own thing. It looks like they're playing cards or something. There's certainly alcohol out in front of them, and it looks as if they're perhaps a few things deep into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce sort of names and whatnot, and along with portraits.
Okay.
What I typically do. First one up is Grevin Alhidra. Again, he's sort of a middle-aged. Most everybody could probably peg him as coming from certainly off-continent, and possibly coming from Iran or some of the areas surrounding that, as it gets all a little... the further you go, the less you care exactly where they're from, to be quite frank.
Fair.
Second person?
That's a bit racist.
Exactly. Is sort of, again, someone from obviously around here, a person by the name of Marcus Aran.
Is he like bloodied and filthy?
He is certainly filthied. He is not bloodied. But he's definitely sort of the person whom, the word bath is a dirty 4-letter word to. So other 4-lettered words may not be so bad to him. We have an elf by the name of Tulsaldur.
And even Grim is having trouble pronouncing the name.
It's always great.
To solder serotonin.
Serotonin, yeah, true.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's why he's so. That's why he's so dark-skinned. Wait, no, that's melatonin.
That's
I realize I
melatonin.
have this one sort of set up the wrong way. But there's also the only woman of the group, a person by the name of Lyre Skysong. And again,
Wow.
she's up.
The only woman in the group is the one you accidentally...
No, hers is just set up slightly different for other reasons.
Ooh, scary.
And last but not
Kinda
least,
sickness, I don't
there
know.
is sort of an older man by the name of Tomlin Oakenstout.
He doesn't look old. He looks like 45.
Dude looks like Kratos.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, more like Zeus.
He said he looks like Kratos, but old with the beard.
I really want this dude in charge.
Kratos don't have hair.
Pretty awesome. Ah, that's true.
That's racist against bald people.
Who? Wait, which one is bald?
Kratos is bald.
Oh, Kratos is bald. Yes.
How does this guy looks like Kratos?
He looks like Kratos with hair.
Also, Kratos is like
He looks like Kratos has gone to Turkey.
Kratos is like thick now. He's not like he doesn't have those abs and stuff. He's like a strong man.
Yeah, he's got a dad bod now.
True.
Yeah, I wish I'll have that bod when I'm
This is pretty much Zeus with a different armor.
That looks okay.
Very much so, but they all sort of, again, introduce themselves. Tilzdar, very quiet. Tomlin, willing to ask questions. Liar happens to be sort of a talker. And it's one of those kinds of talkers that tell you things that, as if she were telling a story, she would probably take 40 minutes to do that. Because she would tell you everything else about the story for quote-unquote context. On the original story she was telling you.
My kind of girl.
yeah.
And then Marcus and Grevin are both sort of nondescript and average, honestly. You would notice Grevin is equipped with a spiked chain. Marcus appears to use long swords at some point, Liar daggers. Tulsadar has bows and short swords, and Tomlin would have a great maul sort of set up towards the bed where he is, actually set up.
Bows isn't like bow and short sword, or bows is like plural bows.
He's dual wielding bows. No, as in a bow and a short sword.
Oh, okay. Just make sure, like maybe it has like a long
it
sword.
could very
and a
well
short
be, yeah. Or different bows that do different things.
Alright, so yeah.
Elemental bows. Just
Actually going to be
Sorry.
right back. Sorry, I'm going to use the restroom and
Oh.
fill my glass.
Okay.
So I'll be back in a moment.
Huddle up. What do you think?
Then,
What do
yeah,
you think?
same.
Huddle up.
Okay, I mean, spike chains, dude. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
We cannot have competition.
You make a fair point.
I mean, the talkative woman could be the hype woman for the pit.
Takes too long. People have low attention span.
Fair.
Kratos, man.
No, I think Kratos man would be best in the case.
Okay.
Like,
so-
he would be great for ladies and the rest.
That leaves the unwashed hobo and the elf, then.
I mean, we don't know about this Marcus and Grevin. Maybe they have they look average, but looks don't matter much when you are like managing an operation. Like, we are not exactly looking for a hype man alone. We are looking for a manager.
Yeah.
Maybe they have great managing skills. Look at that Marcus guy. Looks exactly like a manager. So, Nitron, do you want to challenge them to a one-on-one fight to see which one is the strongest?
But if we want a manager, who cares about strength?
Alright, I exist.
I mean, like, if you are going to be manager of fighters, you need to be able to make them stay in lane.
Excuse me.
I mean, we could hear it there. Maybe some.
If they don't respect you.
So,
So again, sort of past the LDR introductions that I sort of did, they do, speak. Grevin would be first. He would speak up. Hello, my name is Grevin Alhidra. I'm from Irond. I've heard that you're looking for warriors, as it were, but not for wars, but almost for pleasure. Where's Aaron?
Yeah.
He said he's from Iran.
Excuse me. Here, I will
You mean
pull this over.
Urgon?
Yes.
Okay, because that's where I'm from.
Wait, where?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my place.
I'm to the east of that.
Okay, time to like introduce some nepotism into this game. I'm already biased.
Oh, really?
I've had sort of a history of staying towards the desert and working on my own skills in survival. I was eventually at one point hired as a mercenary to travel here to this land looking for, well, opportunities to make money. Prior to that, again, I was somewhat of a loner, to be honest. I spent my time in the desert fighting creatures and the apparitions that plague that land. It must be about 7 years ago, however, that I came here to this land. I received a wound to my hand that makes it somewhat difficult for me to, well, practice my craft to the utmost. And so I have more or less retired, but, well, the retired life has left me itching, as it were, for something else and something more. Even though I have this sort of wound, this ache, as it were, I do assure you, it does nothing to detract from my skills.
Have I heard about anything about this guy back in Homeland? But does he have like a reputation? Maybe like a. Yeah.
You can make a knowledge local, but, you know, nothing that certainly grabs you straight off, regardless of what it is that you make. You know.
13.
13, probably not. You would have known that, you know, it's a quote-unquote popular pastime, as it were, as there are some dangers in the desert that do constantly encroach on the more civilized lands.
Yeah, I mean, I came from those deserts, definitely. Yeah. But what makes you think that you are suitable for this job, and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, push comes to shove, I'd be here. This would be sort of a sprawling metropolis with a large stadium, crowds coming to see, well, myself and the others who have fought their way towards glory. And what was the other thing that you asked?
That I asked, like, what do you offer for us with your capabilities?
Well, I certainly come to things with a more
Apologies on
open outlook to some of the rest of the things. I've seen the world, and I've traveled quite a lot of the world. I have not simply been here in this one land. I know how things happen, how cultures work in different areas as well. And I can bring and pull some of those, that knowledge to running this pit.
Good.
Yes. I nod approvingly. He seems like a good candidate.
And I am going to like slide him a piece of parchment and like a small piece of coal. Do please write your expectations for the salary.
Okay. We'll
Feel free to show it publicly to rest or not. It is completely your choice. That will not affect any sort of
Sure.
the selection process.
I'll probably get to
so
that a
speak.
tiny little bit later, but after we do the introductions, we'll have the stuff in front.
Yeah. Yeah. You take your time to think about it and see what the rest says.
Right.
Alright.
So then Marcus would speak up, and in sort of a quiet voice, he would say, Marcus, I haven't been
That's it.
overseas or anything, but I've been here fighting all my life. I was a slave.
Yeah, you look like
Originally conscripted into Kain's army, and from there it was one battle after the next, and after the next, after the next. I earned sort of a pittance doing what I did, but eventually I earned enough money to buy my own freedom.
they pay their slaves. That's great.
Wow.
I think it's indentured servitude. They kind of
Yeah, it's more. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what we said at the.
Yeah.
When we started the campaign, it's basically indentured servitude. So, you know the life of the sort
I do. I'm used to a life
fighter.
of
Well,
hardship, of doing without, and of fighting. I know what it is that people look for as well when it comes to something like this. It's not about killing the person next to you. It's about making a show of it.
It's not true. It's definitely not killing the person next to you.
You do sound that you understand that, but you do also sound that you are not fan of that fact. This will require some enjoyment of the job, otherwise you're gonna burn out. How do you plan to battle with this said burnout? Like, do you see the longevity in this job for yourself?
Something like this is all I've ever known. I mean, it's this or something
you
like banditry.
Did they conscripted you like at the age of 3 or something?
I cannot
wow,
go there.
so rude.
No, like, I'm
Remember
trying
when
to
it was,
understand
but certainly it wasn't
how the
10
army
yet.
works in this world. Oh, okay.
No, pretty young.
Well, we wouldn't want you to be banded, definitely.
And obviously, this is not slavery or
Exactly.
fights to the death. Everyone here will be a volunteer, except the animals, I suppose. But they don't get a choice.
Oh, of course they do get. Because we ask them, they don't answer, so we take it. as it.
Silence equal approval, right?
Commune with nature.
Shut up, plant.
How old are you, Marcus?
I'm not entirely sure, but I believe somewhere in my 30s.
Ballpark.
Oh, okay.
You are still in your primes.
Yeah.
Like we can have an education. You can learn craft. Like life is not over. Like don't think
I
it that
tried
I give like
sort of doing other things, and respectfully, I'm just not suited for it.
Have you tried basket weaving?
I look at Sidney like exaggerated look like.
It would be. It would clearly be a waste of a born warrior anyway. So, why bother? Clearly, fate has put you on this path, my friend.
If you'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am the rude and bad guy. You just like condemned the guy a life of violence. All I did was trying to save him.
Yeah, well, if it's what he was born to do, it's what he was born to do. Okay, well then, I'd look towards Elia Fulski.
Full sky.
Sky?
Kaisar.
Full sky.
Fulski.
He's Russian.
Yes, comrade, it is I, Elia Fulski. I have come to rend your fating pit.
So Lyre would sort of give a flourish and a bow, and a smile. The name's Lyre, like the instrument or the bird, not like the other one. And I'd like for you all to roll a perception check. Perception. Ugh, a spot.
Perception.
Okay,
Oh, that's
Some
extra.
XP, some
5
XP.
XP.
No, we're not doing that. People get too far off on their experience.
Well, like everyone gets it.
So spot,
Yes.
I guess. Yes.
Okay,
on, give me
so
something
we
good.
found the female Trium.
Oh. Oh,
Oh, that's the second natural one.
there
that
are
I
two
rolled.
natural ones.
Jesus Christ.
Like, are my companions just like unable to spot
Apparently,
anything?
their eyes are
Yeah?
slightly
Yeah?
lower than everyone else.
Do we need spotlights?
Entranced by her beauty.
But certainly Heliconia and Nithrin noticed that a fraction of a second after she moves, it almost looks as if there's a little bit more movement as well, as if there's something that's occupying the exact same space that she's occupying that moves a fraction of a second after she makes a movement.
Did someone say detect magic?
Don't ruin our keep.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take a step away. You'll be like, excuse me for a moment as I go check on something. I will. I'm actually gonna go do that. I will step around the corner over here, into the secret of the other quarters there, and I will cast detect magic before returning. So I don't know how much I'm gonna miss in like that time frame.
Yeah, in the meantime, Trium would look at him weird and be like, okay, well, tell us about yourself.
So, Nithrin, as you're coming
This
back,
liar.
they're all wearing magical items.
Okay, yeah.
Well, let's kill all of them.
Is she an illusion? I think
Murder
she's fake.
hobo time.
Oh, this is our scheme. We just collect gladiators, just kill them, dump them in the ground.
It's not a bad hustle!
How we turn an entire party Celtic evil. This is a lot of money, actually.
Scintillating spear. Right off. Well, that'd be perfect.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so they're all wearing medical items.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Like, do I get like any like notice on like how strong?
So generally, not
like-
really. Like, I mean, I'm not going through and frankly listing all their magic items, but some of the stuff is, well, most of this stuff is, varies between minor and moderate. Liar does happen to have something that's quite strong that you would get. That's sort of, the last time you saw it was on Cinder's ring, and it happens to be a ring that she's wearing as well.
Mm.
Curse!
Okay, now it starts like Cinder and the Legend of Ten Rings.
Put it on, Cinder. Another
Gotta
one.
collect all of
Oh
them.
no.
Like eventually I'll be immune to everything. I'll be both living and unliving. Like I will be an ooze, a magical animal, undead, outsider.
Celestial.
Celestials are outsiders. Look at-
True, yeah, they are. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wire full sky. And what do you bring to the table?
But she, again, she does sort of continue without missing a beat or the long pause or anything. I bring something to the table slightly different than most of the folks here. While I do bring, I have to admit, some quite considerable martial skill, I also bring, well, a head for this kind of work before. I did some work with sort of a... well, to be quite honest with you, a thieves' guild at one point. It did so for quite some time, and eventually became...
A thief?
well, yes, at one point, but sort of became management of it as well. Running a business is something that I have done before and can certainly do it again.
I believe you, but why did you choose to leave your previous work, as it were?
Well, it got somewhat stale and unexciting.
Can I roll a sense motive on that?
Say that again?
sense motive if I
Sure.
can.
Also, we might require like a reference from your employment. Validate and validate the states of like claims of yours.
Well, you're. So she would say we sort of left on somewhat less than amicable terms.
And what would be the circumstances behind that?
Well, there were some things going on. I was accused of manipulating some people in order to sort of further my career. She sort of clears her throat. And some of the other people who were standing not to benefit from that took issue with it.
Of course, we take it that you never manipulated anyone to advance your career. All the accusations were fake.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she sort of says it
Sense
exactly like
motive.
that. No, I mean, she says it, she's quote unquote being honest in her own way about it.
She knows that we know.
Yeah, I get
Wow, that was a bad roll.
Okay, oh, animes, okay. Please continue,
Oh, no manipulations here in the house of Trium the Truthful.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But the push and shove come to it and I know what you may be thinking. I'm not really one from robbing from my employers or anything along those lines.
Except your last employer, which you robbed from.
No, I didn't. I was simply manipulating people in order to get what I needed. There's a world of difference between the two things.
Have you robbed them of their future?
No.
You robbed them of your trust.
Yes.
Yeah. But I guess without saying, here we go now.
No, they are in fact alive and well, and perhaps that is part of the problem of why we left on sort of unamicable terms.
You tried to kill them.
No, I didn't try to kill them.
But you just said them being alive is a bad thing.
I should have tried to
Jane.
kill them.
That's not something you would like to voice during a job interview.
It depends on what sort of
Uh,
job it is for. I don't think we have any illusions that running a fighting pit is the same as running a charity or a church.
No, you should not tell your future employers that you would like to kill your former employers in any kind of job interview.
No, you see, because I, Trium the Truthful, appreciate honesty above all else. So I think it is a very adequate thing for you to say, and we thank you for your
Thank
honesty.
you.
It would be a problem.
And I suppose, while we're being honest and whatnot, there is something that I have that should certainly give me a leg up on the rest of the competition. And as she sort of does this sort of thing that we
Gosh,
saw
she's like a
before,
demon.
where, a millisecond or slightly later, there's the second form of movement. There's sort of a shadowy isn't the correct word for it. Think if you see something hot and you see like these sort of vapors coming from a fire,
Mirage?
a mirage. That's another good way to put it. But what looks something similar to a mirage sort of steps out and to the side, and it looks for intents and purposes a mirage, but also exact copy of Liar as well. This is.
I mean,
But
that would,
altered
doesn't
and
that
like
put you like 2 legs ahead instead of 1 leg ahead?
Perhaps. I call this liar. The other kind of liar.
Like liar or liar?
Exactly.
liar.
Like the opposite of me.
No, that would be truthful.
Anyways, okay. I'm gonna say, so that's why I noticed the shimmering.
Oh, perhaps. And good eye.
Is
Yes,
that a
indeed,
different
I
thing?
noticed it too.
What was the question?
Is that like a different thing?
No, that's her.
Like a different creature?
It certainly looks like a different entity, although it is.
Well, that's what I'm asking her. I'm asking her that.
Oh, well, yes. She can act on her own, but at the same time, it's sort of me. It all gets a little magical, and she sort of waves her fingers.
I don't see how this put you ahead of other people.
It's two people instead of one
Yeah.
working.
For the
I mean,
Is it
if
real?
you're gonna get only one person's salary, yeah, sure.
Oh,
I don't think she expects anything different.
Liar doesn't have needs in the traditional sense. Man, I cannot talk.
So slay.
Possibly even less
I
than
think
that.
they're one and only.
She's me.
Thrall.
Oh, what does she do?
What I can
Did she
do.
lie?
What do you do?
If she can do what
You
you
already
do, how
explained.
come you...
Do you both instantly transmit information to one another, or do you have to like merge?
We sort of share consciousness, if that's what you're asking. And so as you've been doing it,
So you
know,
could-
and as she's been moving, the two liars have been doing the exact same thing. You know, gestures, hand movements, things along that nature.
How do you...
But when they say she says that, they stop, and they both begin doing different things as well. You know, like pointedly doing different things.
How do we know that Liar's not the real one and you're like the fake one?
I suppose neither of us know that.
Wow.
I mean, I assume the one with the ring on is the one.
Yeah, only
So
one
what
has the
rings?
ring on, but she would still
Yeah.
say that. You know.
Gotcha.
What about this ring?
Cinder.
I have a particular interest in rings.
But you don't know that the ring is magical. Cinder never told her. I mean, Nithrin never.
Yeah,
told her.
That's
never
why I'm
thought-
asking, what about this ring? I have interest in rings. Magical or not.
She wouldn't tell you about it.
But I mean, we did see, correct, that one has the ring and one doesn't.
No. Nithrin
You just said that
You
she
just said that.
Yeah, I
It was
just.
said
I mean,
that, though,
Nithrin
like-
obviously
like
said
out
that
loud.
comment out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then never
That was
mind. I
very
thought that was
obvious
in
out
character.
of character.
Yeah.
Cool. That's great.
So,
I love it.
A person with split personality disorder for the man.
No, this is exactly the opposite of split personality disorder, if you think about it.
No, I think this is like the textbook definition of.
No, the textbook definition of split personality disorder is two personalities in one body. This is one personality in two bodies. It's split body.
That's the definition in our world. In this world, it's exactly this.
I don't know about that.
I got you there.
Who says that they have the same the same personality? Isn't
She-
the whole
she
point
did.
of one being liar?
Once
No, but-
they are called liars, Stream, and you believe what they say?
Clearly. Yes.
Right, next.
Also, wait, why did they have
Next.
different names?
Huh?
Yeah.
One of them said full
Yeah,
sky
I
for
don't
some
know.
reason. I didn't even pay attention
I mean,
to that. All
like-
my things say Sky Song. Weird.
Liar and liar.
Yeah, Liar and Liar Sky Song.
Oh, maybe I don't know what I'm talking
I think we
about.
should kill her.
Did you not even realize that you named them? Did two different things?
Maybe the split
No, I
personality
mean-
disorder is not those.
It's grim,
I saw them both as Liar and Liar.
No,
Was it
they're
one of
liar,
them
liar.
like
yeah,
full
right there.
song or something, or have I just totally lost my?
It was full
mind?
song. Liar was full song. Full sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one was
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, obviously, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What
Fulski.
You're right.
Yes, the comrade. Comrade Fulski.
Comrade Volsky.
Any other questions for her?
What happened to your comrade?
Yes, and they should be Liars
uh,
Fulski and Comrade Fulski.
I will be asking this to Grevin and Marks as well, but like, are you folks are like literate?
Yes. To
In how many languages?
all three. Grevin would speak 3, Marcus would speak 1, and Lyre would speak, I believe, 3 as well.
Speak and write,
Yes.
right? Wow,
Okay.
they teach
Great.
writing in like in indentured slavery. Wow. I applaud.
He bought those lessons so he'd be free. Because he's read the classics and he knows the true freedom comes from knowledge. He's read Kant
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
and all the Enlightenment authors.
Well, that will be all from me for the time being.
Yes, indeed. Trium would look towards Saldor.
Isildur serotonin.
Yes, serotonin, the elf.
And he would introduce himself to Solder. I'm not from these lands either.
You okay there? Need some water? I know, like, it can be, like, nerve-wracking. It can be nerve-wracking to speak against an audience.
Yeah, and rough climate if you come from outside. We have great water here in the keep, mind you.
Yeah.
I would
actually.
even say the best water in the region.
Good. I'm from Silgar, the continent next to us, the jungle. I'm
Yeah, the continent that is only known by its jungles and
Not
nothing
in-
else.
entirely sure what to say, honestly.
You are here to fight?
Yes.
Good enough for me.
What did you do before you came here?
I was trying to think of a way to say it without actually saying it, but I mean, I think I'm
So
actually
what?
just going to say it. I was a ranger.
He was a ranger. Tusalar
Yeah.
Larthori.
What was your favorite game?
There's a type of large cat that lives there. That's likely my
A large
favorite.
cat?
Like a saber tooth?
Like a panther. Similar.
Oh, that's not big.
He shapeshifts into a
but it's
panther?
very, very fierce, no doubt.
No, he likes to hunt panthers.
Why would you hunt panther?
Because he's very tough.
Those are
They're
majestic
difficult to
creatures.
hunt, and
So-
they are majestic creatures. I agree with you.
Oh god, he's gonna start hunting men. The most dangerous game.
Oh my god.
And what do you think makes you qualified to be the pitmaster?
I don't really know what honestly would make me more qualified than some of these others here. All I know is what I do and that I'm good at it.
But we're not hunting panthers here.
No, but you're fighting other things.
Great. So, looks like we have ourselves a fighter.
Yeah, like the perhaps not in a management position, but perhaps if we ever get some exotic animals, when we will get some exotic animals to fight and breed, you might be in charge of that. You seem like you are experiencing
I'm
that,
quite good
and I think you would make a
with
great.
animals, yes.
You are great at fighting the said animals as well, without actually killing them, because those would be commodity.
Yes.
Great.
See, it's all about
Future
seeing what they
projection.
can do, guys. It's just
Huh?
Yes, indeed. And last, but I'm sure certainly not least,
Exactly. I'm Tomlin. Tomlin Oakenstout. I'm a very old man in a very dangerous career.
yes, I think we've all heard the saying about old men in careers where men die young.
Indeed. This wouldn't be the first pit I've ran. But unfortunately, the owners sort of walked out on my last arrangement that I had. I've been doing it for longer than some of these people have been alive for.
I got a question.
The elf might be alive for a couple 100 years, just saying.
Most.
Yeah, that's some, not all.
Yeah, most, yeah, not all.
And, like, age is nothing. Like, I'm like 12 years old,
Yeah,
and I'm employing you.
yes, you. That much is obvious.
You're a
and
child?
I said 1200.
He nods.
really,
So
everyone,
you're a
everyone
liar,
heard
then.
12.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I have one question. What is your PR for bench press?
A bench press?
Yes.
I don't
What's
lift
your personal record
weights.
Correct.
I
for...
fight, lad.
So 0.
The physique that you have, that's not a fighting physique, that's a lifting physique.
If you say so. Maybe when you grow up, you'll
I
get
got
a
a
bit more
question.
experience.
So anyway, what was this last arrangement, and why did the managers walk out?
From what I hear, they got into a little bit of trouble with the wrong sort of folks. Which is folks that have more money than they do.
Yeah, that's a very good assessment of what the wrong kind of people to get in trouble with is.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Something happened to them. The pit got bought out by said people that had more money. And eventually, shortly after, wound up closing down. I found myself out of a job, and then your friend came along rather soon afterwards, almost advertising for the same thing. I figured it was some sort of divine providence, and so came along with him.
Okay.
Where was this fighting pit?
In the capital
Right
city.
here.
Okay.
What sort of fights were you specialized in? Like battle royales, one-on-ones, man versus
Not
monster?
quite the melee or nothing like that. It was mostly man versus monster.
Okay.
So like an intellectual fight.
Well, no, they weren't doing math problems.
It would be hard to have an intellectual fight when one side is an animal or like
Other side is like, yeah.
Yes, I think she meant more the brain of man versus the brawn of monster.
In my experience, that's not something many
Of course.
people want to see,
kind of enjoyable.
nor are many rings equipped to show.
Brain, I was more thinking blast the creature with a giant spell that you spent 10 years learning,
Exactly.
but
But also,
applied into
I don't
that.
want to give you the wrong impression. While that's most of what we did, that certainly wasn't all of what we've done. And I've run a fighting pit for over 50 years, so we've done pretty much most things you can imagine.
Okay.
If only this guy knew about how imaginative Cinder can be.
Question.
Would.
Why is basket weaving really good in D&D? This is a legit question because when he said he like practiced the most like dangerous of professions, all I could think of is he did basket weaving. Because isn't that supposed to be like really good or something in D&D?
Exactly.
What?
You know what a basket is, right?
Yeah, but like.
It's just it's what? No, it's just,
Okay, I take the blame for this. Okay, it's a
just a
joke
meme.
that,
Yeah.
like basket weaving is the most OP skill, and I told like Nikki about how OP it is, and I actually made a good like case why it's a good thing.
You actually
Believe it.
gaslit Nick into believing
It's
that.
like an
oh my
ancient
God.
D&D meme because
You can verify a craft skill is broken, so there is that.
yeah, but just not craft basket weaving,
Yeah,
not
it's just
profession
like-
basket weaving. Like, I mean, I guess you could make like super good baskets.
In second edition,
Carry
I
a
think
lot
it
of,
was
like,
a proficiency of itself.
Yeah, like the idea is that because basket weaving is like so easy and cheap, and with like abstract craft you can like make like a lot of it.
yeah, like a billion
Practically like destroy the economy by just like over
baskets.
supplying the economy with the thing. You just like
Oh,
destroy the
that
economy,
reminds
that's
me of
why
the spoon. You know, the spoon that you put into a bowl and it just fills with like some mush that you can
Yeah.
eat, and then you use prestidigitation with the
To
wizard
flavor it.
to flavor it, and you just sell it and get infinite gold.
Yep.
It's just stupid shit that people do in D&D. Cause
But like, did you actually ask that question to Tomlin Oakenson?
No.
imagine that.
The question has been asked.
Well, baskets are certainly
Tomlin, we are all
important to
waiting
have
for your answers.
around.
Everyone needs baskets to carry around the severed
The
body
bits
parts.
and pieces.
They find it.
Yeah.
Why would you use baskets for severed pieces? That would leak the.
Style.
Well, exactly. You
Style
don't want it
points.
just sitting and pulling. It'd rot.
It would rot the basket.
Yeah, but you're just making a new one with your OP basket weaving skills. And so the economy keeps flowing. Alright, next position we need to hire is a basket weaver.
Yes.
So the organization, like the last one, its failure was nothing to do with you. It was like more of like a
Afraid not. Something that happened
on the
above
part of
my
like
head.
producers.
Yeah.
And you have departed amiably with your former employers.
Well, my former employees are no longer living. But, as I mentioned, they were bought out by, presumably...
oh, I thought they were just like out of work. I didn't realize they were killed.
No. They made some
Yeah, that was-
enemies.
That was implied. Well, you don't need to worry about it because we don't make enemies as of powerful people.
Not that strong.
We're not in the business of making enemies at all. We're very, very friendly people.
I mean, we are, I would say. That's not a lie.
We were given the keep by Lord Kind, so I guess we must be doing something right socially. Good. Then I suppose we should take care of some business and discuss the profiles and see who's going to be the next pip master. We'll have news soon.
And out of
Listen.
character, I'll write up what they're asking for in between sessions, so you can decide on that. Because, funnily enough, I don't have
Okay.
it in front of me.
That's fine.
I like the old man and the double twin women.
Old man is cool.
Do you
like
have
it.
any other questions after having talked to everyone for any of them?
Can
Yeah,
you
you
give me
could-
the TLDR for the first guy? Just like a sentence. What's his?
He comes from the desert nation. He is a mercenary. He has traveled across the globe, so he knows a lot of different cultures, and
And he has a
he
spike
said
chain.
that he can use that knowledge to attract people to the exotic.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And he has a spike
And
chain.
he has a spiked chain.
I think Grevin is either Grevin or Tomlin, but I think Tomlin belongs to Arena.
Is it
Not
Grevin or
behind
is it
the desk.
Grevin?
Grevin.
Grevin.
I would have called him Grevin. Just like Steven.
You're not
Grevin
wrong. but-
Alhidra. I'll call him Hail.
Alright. Well, we need to take care of some business before we make the decision. Anyway,
Indeed.
so we
I
should
mean, maybe you'd
probably-
like to join, like if you would like to
Yeah.
fight a little bit, if you want to like flex your muscles.
It could be the proving the trial.
No, like we are not hiring them to fight extraplanar creatures. I'm just offering an opportunity to flex your muscles.
Oh, fair.
Like we shouldn't be asking them to like risk their lives.
Good point.
But there might be
not
a
all
fight
them.
nearby, and I mean, like if you want to kill things and such, blow off some steam.
You have the opportunity.
If not, we'll have news soon.
Yeah, let's make Grim control like 5 NPCs.
Yeah.
I was
Hell yeah.
literally just thinking that.
Oh, you can give like each of us like an NPC and we run
Sure.
the fight.
Maybe. Yeah.
True.
Okay.
But that would also probably mean that
Mm.
whatever the next fight is probably needs to be much larger
Oh,
than.
I will ask Tomlin about how much for like private lessons, like for be a personal trainer.
Tomlin?
Yeah, the old guy.
As in, you're asking him to show you how to like use weapons or exotic weapons or something like that, or
You use it better. Also, like gladiatorial tactics, and also like personal. Like that guy obviously lifts. Like you cannot get shredded without lifting like that. So yeah, like a personal trainer. Like a 50 gold a month.
unfortunately, Tomlin, being who he is, would say, "Sorry, lad, but I'm not a nurse."
Oof.
Oh, damn.
Well, like someone doesn't want to get employed.
Suddenly, we
Okay,
summon
well,
the
I'm
devil in our.
Yeah, I was wondering why all the arrows were going out.
But yeah.
What's his name? Like a Baylor appears.
So again, sort of out of character, I don't mind doing something where the next combat encounter has us also running these sort of NPCs if we would like. That could be interesting to sort of
Just,
mix things up a little bit.
I mean, it's
could just take a
entirely
couple
up
of
to them. Entirely up to them. We just.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
no.
You don't need to
like,
take
like
all
at
of
the end
them.
of the day, it's up to you guys, the players.
I mean, if the NPCs are willing, I can.
Well, again,
you can
I'm
leave-
saying I
for
don't
them
mind
to-
doing that if you would like to.
Yeah, we are asking if the
Yeah.
NPCs mind doing that,
Well, no, they wouldn't. I mean,
because like it's a like we told them it is like life risking.
sure, but at the
situation.
same time,
Yeah.
none of the 5 of them are stupid. If you're giving them an opportunity to,
Show
yeah.
themselves off.
Cool. Then we can each
Yeah, let's do that.
control
That's
one
fun.
or whatever the next
I
fight.
call dibs and Tomlin.
That will mean, of course, I do have to sort of postpone this next combat thing to accordingly.
Scale it up a bit.
I mean, we still need to make a lot of preparations and
that's
speak with
fine.
giants anyways.
Yeah, and I need to go in like
Sure.
10 minutes.
So
No.
what we will do
Let's find the giants.
is we will, again, sort of
Talk
as
to
a
guys.
group, move over to, back to the portal.
We're not going to the portal yet. We're talking to the
Oh,
giants.
excuse me.
I mean, they will probably be around the place anyways. They are keeping calm.
Yeah, you're right.
Cool.
Honestly, we could just go ahead and say this is it right here. Our plan is to meet up with the giants and see if there have been any developments developing,
Grell.
and then to set up
Sure.
for the next thing. And I'm fine with it.
Cool.
Cool.
But I think we're going to go ahead and end it here. It is a little bit early.
No.
I do not mind. I don't know if everybody's schedules wind up working like this, but I could push an hour earlier.
On
I can
next
do an hour
Thursday?
earlier.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can push like half an hour
Okay.
earlier.
Yeah, same,
at
because my
most.
commute's, a bit long. I get out of class 2 hours before, but I have like 45 minutes commute, and I need to get lunch, so half an hour is fine by me. An hour might be a bit
We're
too
not-
much.
I mean, if nothing else, we just start on time.
Yeah, I mean, I know we just said yeah, but we also just said yeah. So if it's an inconvenience to anybody, we can just start normal time. Like, seriously.
No, half an hour is fine. It's like it'd be an hour would be an inconvenience, but half an hour is.
And
is
same
perfectly
question to
fine.
you,
Half an
Alcon.
hour.
Are you like killing yourself at work to get home or something, or?
No, like I get out of 1 hour before the work, so I can adjust. Like half an hour is fine. I arrive before half an hour,
Okay.
and like after the what you want to call it, summertime changes, which I believe quite like soon.
Oh yeah, we'll have to see how that works.
Like
So-
the game is going to shift 1 hour later for me, so I will have more leeway
Okay.
anyways.
So what we'll say is, for now, until Lordington is done with his things where he has to leave earlier, we'll shift things 30 minutes earlier. That sound great for everybody?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. With that, again, I think it was a pretty good session. We got a lot of role playing done and a lot of introductions. To hopefully some people who mean something later on.
Don't all die.
Yeah, I know.
More names for grudge list.
Exactly. But either way, I had a lot of fun as well.
Great.
Tomlin is
Rem-
definitely in the list.
remember to calculate the XP for the
Yep.
Yes. I got news for you. It's not
burning
tough.
hands in the wall of
What?
death. Oh my god! I just want to level up.
Yeah.
My revenge for Tomlin's slights is going to be never letting that guy dying, so he will have to suffer through old age.
like finding immortal life for him never dying, or
No, he will die, but he will die sickly at the age of 105. I will make sure that he doesn't go away early.
so eternal life without eternal youth.
No,
Exactly.
because he's still gonna
Well,
die.
that is
Like,
just
he's still gonna
nasty.
die, but he's not gonna have a fighter's death,
Right.
a soldier's death.
Either way, if you've been watching, I certainly appreciate you watching. Leave a like, tell a friend, and if I'm watching this one, when I'm 70, hi.
Kill.
76.
Next week.
All right. So again, I hope everybody has a good one. Peace out. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye.